All right, welcome back. So today we're diving into an AI tool that I promise is going to completely change the way you think and work with information. It's called NotebookLM. And honestly, it's one of the most powerful AI tools out there, but most people are using it all wrong.
So let me just ask you something straight up. When you use AI, are you just treating it like a basic chatbot? You type in a question and it spits back an answer it pulled from, well, the entire internet. If that's you, you're seriously missing out on what's possible.
And hey, don't get me wrong, those general assistants like ChatGPT, they're amazing for what they do. But they have this one pretty big limitation. See, they're trained on everything, which means sometimes they just make stuff up. You probably heard of it, AI hallucinations. It's time to introduce you to a whole new way of thinking about AI.
Okay, so let's really break this down. Picture this. On one hand, you've got your general chatbot. It's like it's casting this massive, wide-open net across the entire ocean of the internet. It can catch anything, but it also catches a lot of junk. On the other hand, you have something like NotebookLM, a research intelligence system, and here is the absolute game changer. Its entire world, its entire knowledge base, is only the information you give it. It's grounded in your specific documents. That means its answers are laser-focused, super accurate, and those random, made-up hallucinations, yeah, they pretty much disappear.
All right, theory is great, but let's see how this actually plays out in the real world, right? Let's say you're buried under this pile of complex information, and it's all coming from completely different places. This is exactly where NotebookLM just shines. Okay, here's a problem I think we've all faced. Trying to choose a health insurance plan. It's a nightmare. You do all this research, you get stuff sent to you from different companies, and what you end up with is, well, it's just a total mess. Think about it. One company sends you this super dense 50-page policy PDF filled with legal jargon. Another one just emails you an Excel spreadsheet, just rows and rows of numbers. And the third one, they send you a link to a YouTube explainer video, and maybe that video is even in a language you don't fully understand, like Hindi. How in the world are you supposed to compare apples to apples here? It would literally take hours to sift through all that manually. Well, with NotebookLM, you just don't. It's this simple. You upload the PDF, you upload the spreadsheet, and you just drop in the YouTube link. They all become your sources. Then you just ask it one single, simple question. And boom, this is where the magic happens. In just a few seconds, NotebookLM takes all of that chaotic, unstructured stuff from 3 completely different formats, and it synthesizes it into a single, beautiful, clean table. It just pulls the key facts from the video, the data from the spreadsheet, the fine print from the PDF, and lays it all out side by side. You can see everything you need to know instantly. You've just gone from total chaos to perfect clarity. Okay, that was amazing, right? But that's just about understanding information. Now let's level up. Let's talk about creating new things from your information. Seriously, for anyone who's a content creator, a marketer, or works in social media, this next part is an absolute game changer. So imagine you just recorded a 2-hour podcast. That is a gold mine of content. All you have to do is give NotebookLM the link and basically say, get to work. And check this out. It can come up with 5 totally different ideas for YouTube Shorts. It can draft a professional-sounding summary for your LinkedIn page. It can create an entire outline for an Instagram carousel. And it can even write 3 separate, fully fleshed-out Twitter threads. Just like that, you've turned one piece of content into, 10? And it was almost 0 effort. But here's the thing. It's not just about being lazy or saving time. It's so much more than that. When the AI starts digging through your own content and finding connections, it starts pointing out new angles and insights that you probably missed yourself. It literally becomes a partner that expands your own creativity. All right, so we've seen it handle personal research, we've seen it crush content creation. But believe me, this thing goes way, way deeper. Let's just take a quick peek at some of the seriously pro-level stuff this tool can pull off. Get ready for this. You can feed it a 400-page market research report and say, turn this into a 20-minute podcast script. Done. You can tell it to build a whole slide deck for you, but here's the kicker. You can tell it to go find its own sources online to back up the points. It can whip up a visual mind map to help you learn a new skill. For developers, it can even help with complicated API testing. It can even build you an entire infographic of a company's leadership just from their About Us webpage. I mean, the range here is just staggering. So you're probably wondering, how can it possibly handle all that? Well, the secret is this number, 500,000. NotebookLM has a context window of about 500,000 tokens.
Now, you can think of a token as basically a piece of a word. What this means is that it has a massive memory. It can hold enormous amounts of information in its head at once. We're talking entire books, multiple huge reports, and it can cross-reference everything without forgetting the tiny details from page 1. It's incredible.
So think about the journey we just took. We went from something as simple as comparing insurance plans all the way to generating entire podcasts from dense research reports. This really isn't just another AI tool. It's a completely new way to interact with your own personal library of knowledge.
And here's the real takeaway, the most important part of all of this. NotebookLM fundamentally changes your role. You stop being just a passive reader, just consuming documents and watching videos. Instead, you're now in an active conversation with your information. You can ask it questions, you can tell it to combine ideas, you can create new things from it. It's a level of interaction that just wasn't possible before.
At the end of the day, what this tool does is make your information intelligent. It makes your library come alive. So, I'll leave you with this question. Now that you have this new superpower, what big problem are you going to solve first?